He called me sweetheart, but that's the nickname my real husband hates. Everyone thinks I'm overreacting, but I know my husband's touch, and this man's touch is cold.
The stranger in my bed. Amara woke up at 2:14 a.m. The room was silent except for the slow breathing of the man lying next to her. Her husband. At least, that's who he was supposed to be. But tonight something about him felt wrong. The scent on his skin wasn't familiar. Not his usual sandalwood and citrus. This one was darker, almost smoky. His breathing was heavier. Too heavy, and when he rolled toward her in his sleep, his arm brushed her waist. She flinched. Her body reacted like it was being touched by a stranger. Her heart pounded. Who is this man lying beside me? And why does everything in me feel afraid? Morning came with its usual routines, but the unfamiliar feeling from the night clung to her like fog. She studied her husband across the dining table. He was humming. Kelvin never hummed, not once in 5 years of marriage. "Did you sleep well?" she asked, pretending to sound casual. He looked up with a smile. A wide, relaxed smile she had never seen on him. "Yes," he said. "We even talked last night before sleeping, don't you remember?" Her stomach tightened. They did not talk last night. He came home late. She heard him enter. She pretended to be asleep. "No," she said quietly. "We didn't speak." But he kept smiling. "In your dream, maybe. Except, Kelvin never joked in the morning. He wasn't a morning person at all." She stared at him. He stared back. And something in his eyes wasn't home. By evening, more strange things began to surface. Kelvin cooked dinner. Voluntarily. Kelvin hated cooking. Then he washed the plates while whistling softly. He had never whistled in their entire marriage. He always said it irritated him. "Are you okay?" she asked again. He winked. Kelvin never winked. Better than ever. His voice sounded deeper. His posture had changed slightly. His movements were smoother, almost too relaxed. That night when she turned to sleep, he wrapped an arm around her waist. Firm, possessive, different. Her breath caught. Her body whispered what her mind refused to admit. This is not the same man. The next morning she accidentally knocked over his wristwatch from the drawer, but it wasn't his. Kelvin hated wristwatches. He never wore one, not even to events. So why was there a man's luxury watch hidden in his drawer? She picked it up. Behind it she found something folded. A small paper, torn from a notebook. A name written in rushed handwriting. MM. And a date. Last week. But the handwriting wasn't Kelvin's. Not even close. Her hands shook. A soft voice came from behind her. "What are you looking for, sweetheart?" She froze. He never called her sweetheart. She slowly turned. He was smiling gently. Too gently. Too unfamiliar. That night she locked herself in the bathroom and cried silently. Her husband was in the sitting room watching a comedy show. Kelvin never watched comedy. He preferred politics and documentaries. The gaps were getting wider. Too many inconsistencies. Her mind raced. Is he cheating? Is he acting? Has he changed suddenly? Is something wrong with me? But deep inside, another fear grew. What if this man is hiding something bigger? Her heartbeat wouldn't slow down. Her hands trembled. She whispered to herself, "I don't think I know the man I'm sleeping beside." Sunday afternoon she followed him secretly when he left home on foot. He walked differently, more confident, more alert. He turned into a street she had never seen him take. She kept her distance. Then he entered a small herbal clinic, one she had never heard of. She pressed herself behind a wall and peeked. He greeted the nurse, with a different name. "Good afternoon, Mr. Matthew Musa." Her blood went cold. Her husband's name was Kelvin Amati, not Matthew, not Musa. The nurse responded warmly. "You're early today." He smiled at her. That same unfamiliar smile he had been giving Amara all week. Everything inside her shattered if he wasn't Kelvin. Then who exactly was the man living in her house? That night she acted normal. She served dinner. She smiled. She laughed at small jokes, but her eyes kept drifting to him. Every move he made now felt threatening. When he bent to pick something from the floor, his shirt lifted slightly, revealing a scar she had never seen before. A long, deep cut like a knife wound. Kelvin didn't have scars. He caught her staring. "Something wrong, sweetheart?" Her throat tightened. "No," she whispered. "Nothing." But she didn't sleep that night. She watched him. And around 3:17 a.m., she saw something even worse. He wasn't sleeping. He was lying still, eyes open, watching her. The next morning, she left home early and drove straight to Kelvin's office. "Madam, he hasn't resumed work for over a week," his secretary said. Amara's knees weakened. "But he leaves the house every morning." The secretary shook her head. "He told us he was traveling. We expected him back yesterday." Traveling. He had been home every day, except when he slipped out. A terrible thought formed. She drove to Kelvin's mother's house. The woman opened the door with swollen eyes. "Amara, you didn't hear?" "Hear what?" Kelvin's mother placed a shaky hand on her shoulder. "Kelvin was involved in an accident on his trip. He's in a private clinic, unconscious." Amara's breath vanished. "That's not possible," she whispered. "He's at home." Kelvin's mother shook her head. "No, my daughter. Kelvin hasn't been home for days." Amara staggered back, dizzy, trembling. Then one horrifying truth hit her. If Kelvin was in the hospital, then the man sleeping in her bed was not her husband. Amara confronted him that night. "Who are you?" The man froze. Then slowly he smiled. The wrong smile. I wondered how long it would take. Her heart slammed against her chest. "Where is my husband?" He stepped closer. "He's alive. Relax." Why are you pretending to be him?" "Because," he whispered, "I needed a place to hide. And you were perfect." She backed away, trembling. Her legs hit the edge of the bed. "Please," she whispered, "tell me the truth." He leaned in, face inches from hers. "I'm Matthew. Kelvin helped me once. Years ago, when my life fell apart. I owed him. And when he got injured, I repaid the debt." "What debt?" she whispered. He touched her cheek. "Protection." "For who?" He smiled darkly. "You." Her breath caught in her throat. "From what?" He paused, then whispered, "From the person who caused Kelvin's accident." Amara stared at him, shaking. "You're lying." He shook his head slowly. "No, Amara. Someone is after your husband. And if you don't trust me, if you push me away, you'll both be in danger." Her mind spun in circles. A stranger, in her bed, pretending to be Kelvin, protecting her, or manipulating her. She stepped back. Her voice was firm. "I want to see my real husband." He held her gaze. "Then I'll take you to him. But once you see the truth, your life will never go back to normal." She swallowed hard, fear in one hand, courage in the other. "I'm ready," she whispered. He extended a hand. She didn't take it. Not yet. But she followed him out of the house, into the darkness, toward the truth.